What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? I deeply apologize I wasn't able to watch any matches over the weekend. I don't know why, but I got to a certain point where I was just too tired to watch Schmoedown matches, and to be honest, I didn't really do anything else, so I'm kind of embarrassed at myself that I didn't put some time aside to watch Schmoedown matches. In any case, this Schmoedown match is the undercard for the highly anticipated Kevin Smets versus Schmoedown match, and it's the teams match between Final Exam and The Pride. This is one of those matches that I was able to avoid spoilers for, so I have no idea who wins, so I'm not going to make a prediction at this point because I'm pretty sure you guys already know the answer to that. In any case, I will be using my red, not my red, I'm colorblind. This is my blue marker on the board, and yes, I will be participating. If I get, just like last time with the Ethan Irwin versus Roca match, as long as I get at the very least 10 questions right, I'm going to be a happy camper this time around. And with this being the teams match, it actually doesn't really do anything for my chances of getting more than 10 questions right. But regardless, here we go. The Pride versus Final Exam. Let's see what kind of shenanigans this match is going to give us. Schmoedown. I said Schmoedown, get it? Sounds like Schmoedown. It's funny. Laugh. Oh, I was worried there for a second.
Hello,
Junior!
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Schmoedown Throwdown. August 7th has been a banner day in the Ellis household for some 70 years now, and added to this great day's legacy will be two of the most epic cinematic combat matches you could possibly ask for. We have an Inner Geekdom Championship to look forward to, and the undercard, well, that is going to be a team match for the ages. Two scintillating matchups that we're talking about right now. So, folks, I can only tell you it's a real good thing that we have two great matches, and that's why I'm dapper from the waist up. From the waist down, well, I told you they're going to be scintillating. It's going to get hot in here, so I have my loosest pair of boxer shorts on. Joining me momentarily is not only going to be Molly the Wonder Dog, Christian Harloff is also lurking in the background, tidying up before we get the matches underway. I want to thank all the fans that are here joining us, whether you're a Patreon member at the $10 tier or you're joining us for the first time from pay-per-view. We say thank you and welcome to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown community. These two matchups have been quite some time in the making, and we'll start with that headlining matchup we talked about, Kevin Smets versus Chandru Dandapani. Look at the smile and look at the focus, the fire and the fury. Two gentlemen who come from very different worlds as far as how they approach a matchup, but their inner geekdom knowledge virtually unmatched, and we're going to find out who outweighs who by the end of this. A belt could indeed be exchanging hands. But let's not talk about that until we get through with this undercard, which is a headlining event all on its own. You have Final Exam, where the big question is, is Lon Harris even going to show up? The delinquent may be here or there, but we know that primetime Paul Oyama is always on his best behavior in Season 7, the new era, and he's ready to get it going. But Christian Harloff, as we welcome you in, the pride is what I saw on the lips of a lot of our commenters pre-show, because Rachel Silvestrini, Ben Goddard, they clearly work very well together. Now that Rachel Silvestrini has a new hairdo, she's got the blonde going on. Ben Goddard, steady as always. Do you think the pride is going to have a shot against two battle-tested warriors like Lon, if he shows up, and Paul?
Well, they certainly have a shot. I mean, they've been playing really well together, and that's the thing you got to remember, is that Tom and Paul were supposed to be the 1-2 punch for the Den, and enter Rachel Silvestrini and Ben Goddard. And Ben Goddard, a lot of people have been using his name for Rookie of the Year and potential Rookie of the Year. He's played in 3 divisions. He's won a match in all 3 of those divisions. He's played very well, and the chemistry between those two is phenomenal, and they really work well off each other, if you've seen in their 2 matches. So they have a shot. There's no doubt about it. It's just there's something special about the way the Final Exam has been playing together. You look at what both Paul Oyama and Lon Harris deciding that he doesn't want to be as studious anymore and just really just lives life the way he wants to live it, has been beneficial to him. It's been beneficial to Swag. So who knows, Mark? It's going to be pretty exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, he could be living with Martin Riggs in some sort of trailer down by the beach, having a dog feed him beer. But we know that once he does show up, he knows a lot about movies. But, Christian, we can't get into the faction in the standings too much yet without getting your initial thoughts on this incredible headlining championship match that we're looking at. You think we've gone deep in Inner Geekdom so far. Well, just wait until you see what Dondapani and what Smets are going to be bringing to the table.
There's so much here, because it's not only is it the easy part is to say it's going to be a great match, right? Because they both have so much knowledge. They don't like each other. They just don't like each other. You look at what's happening on backstage. You look at what happened on the preview special with Jen Sturger and Brad Gilmore. They have been going after one another. And Chandru has a big smile on his face. He says he respects Smets, but it doesn't look like he does. He likes to taunt him. He's been taunting him. He asked the man if they were going to FedEx the belt to his house when he won. And that did not sit well with Smets. And Smets, this is a thing, though, because there was a comment that came up the other day about whether ring rust was real in the Schmoedown. And I think it is real 100%. I think that it has happened with past competitors when you've been out for a little bit and you come back and you're not ready and you're not prepared. It can bite you. I don't think that's the case with Smets. Even though he hasn't competed in like 7 or 8 months, I don't think that he's missed a beat, but we'll find out later on today. I'm very excited for it. It's the first title defense we have at all in any division. That's right, and thousands of fans watching us across the world, so we are going to be on our best behavior. And as we look forward to the matchups, Christian, the combat that's going to happen in the arena is one thing, but the gibbering and the jabbering that's going on between the managers, that is something else entirely. What do you make of it? I mean, part of it is like I said, they don't like each other. Smets doesn't like what Chandru has done and the way that he's talked after in post interviews and the way that he's conducted himself, even though it certainly seems to be working for Chandru's attitude. And Chandru thinks that Smets is overrated. He doesn't like how much attention he has. He certainly didn't like the idea that we touted him as the most dominant player. He doesn't think that's the case. He's made it very clear. Now it's one of the biggest stories here is Swag. Now, you got to remember, in the standings right now, Swag has the opportunity to take over first place tonight. The teams matches were 2 points tonight with a possibility of 3 for a knockout. The Inner Geekdom Championship is worth 4 points with a possibility of 5 with a knockout. So Swag could take over first place and be the first faction to do it since January. So it's there's a lot. There's a big story here today, Mark. It's pretty gnarly.
It's been fun watching the factions because it's at some point in this year, Christian, we saw a few try to pull away, but now I think between what's going to go down tonight and the impending singles tournament, anything is possible with any of the factions. And so whether you're rooting for a particular player, a team, or a faction, buckle your seatbelts because it's going to be a bumpy ride and an enjoyable one for the rest of the new era season and beyond. So as we look towards Final Exam and the pride being I even hate to say the word undercard because this is a headlining match in its own right. I'm pretty sure that the best in the business, Eric Nerd Chronic Rodriguez, has cooked up something pretty special for us.
I think so, too. We're going to find out exactly how we got here with both of these teams right now.
Here we go.
And your winners.
That wasn't quite what I expected last time, but things, by all regards, went pretty well. Hopefully Lon will be there again.
Lon? Yeah, no, Lon's ready. Come on. I swear to God, man, if he doesn't get his act together.
Why Rachel Silvestrini, given that she's had some weak play in the past?
I think that was Frank Janish. I think, again, he's saying how the Pride and Rachel Silvestrini doesn't belong in the team's tournament or the singles tournaments.
There are a handful of other players you could put in over Silvestrini to give yourself a better shot in the tournament.
Frankie Janish running his mouth every 5 seconds about how inadequate of a player I am and how Kate doesn't know what she's doing.
Oh, listen to this. What's more dangerous than a lion lying in wait? Fact, nothing.
With a manager like Kate Mulligan, with the movie trivia know-how of both Rachel Silvestrini and Ben Goddard, they get more confident, it seems, with every passing round.
I don't care who you put in front of us. We've proven that we are here to play. We're here to win those belts, and we want our shot.
We're facing a tough team. I'm a little scared. I hear their heels.
I
hope they're not too mean to us.
Paul is so ready for this. He's ready to give the final exam to the Pride.
Y'all think you've seen the best team that you have so far, and you have.
Next week, it's not over yet. You guys are going to be right back here.
Hang on.
Yes, sir.
Not over. We got to do this some more.
I'll figure out if I have to go and find him myself, I will drag him here.
You know, we'll be as prepared as we can be, and we'll do our part. At least I'll do mine. Lon will probably be there, hopefully.
We're hungry for some meat. You know what kind of meat we're hungry for?
Wow!
From Hawaii. You see what I did there?
Good luck to you guys over there at final exam. I'm looking out for you, Paul, you young whippersnapper. Lon, you're going to get your life back on track one day, but I really hope not.
So come for us, because we're ready. And I can't wait to hear what Frankie Janish has to say after this match, because the only numbers he really needs to talk about is the fact that we're now 3-0 and well on our way to getting those belts. I really love the name Final Exam because this is your last test.
And I guess I'm here to win Rookie of the Year. There was someone else running for it. I don't know who it was.
I don't know. I guess we got to try and keep the train rolling. I trust Winston, and Lon will probably be there.
Probably. Where the heels?
Can somebody check on that poor dog? Look, the delinquent is making his own decisions, Christian, but we need to make sure someone is looking after Taco. He deserves better.
I think that dog is probably taking care of Lon at this point. So I think it's fine. The question is whether or not Lon is even going to be here today. He's shown up every time he's supposed to, and he's shown up as far as playing trivia. So, look, I don't know. If we have the current standings, I'd love to throw those up real quick to show exactly where we are and how important it is. You look right now, the Swag, 24 points. If they can win this today, if they can get whether it's a regular victory or a TKO. If they get a TKO, they're going to be tied for second place. If they get just a regular, then they'll only be 3 out of first. This is a big match in general for them to start to creep up. But then you look at the Den with 15. They also need the points here. They need to be able to move forward. And it is also massive because going next week, the winner of this will play Shazam on the undercard of Dan Murrell and Ethan Irwin. All right. So now, Mark, we know how important it is, and we're going to be able to see both managers tell you how important it is because representing the Den, Kate Mulligan, and of Swag, Winston Marshall. Winston, let's start with you there, man. So, look, you are having a hell of a season. This is a massive, massive night for you. Not only is it an opportunity to take over first place, it is also an opportunity for you to win your first ever championship. How is Swag feeling about today?
Oh, man. I mean, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I just closed the bottom camera so it doesn't look like I'm out of my mind. First of all, welcome to Swagathon 2020. I'm happy to have every single one of you. I don't know the numbers because unlike Frankie's ridiculous, I don't really do much around here. I don't really look at the chat and whatnot. I'm focused on making sure that my guys are ready to go. So I'm very excited about this. First of all, we're going to roll through this tired Lions den because Lord knows Panthers are way doper than Lions. And second of all, then we're going to go and get a belt. I'm very excited about tonight. I've been drinking apple juice today. I'm very ready to go.
Apple juice, yeah.
Okay, so Kate, we look at Winston, and he clearly has an amazing setup there. He kind of looks like the new version of Rufus from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
Mother Den, when you look at your team, the Pride, Rachel Silvestrini, Ben Goddard, we know what they can do both behind the mic when it comes to answering trivia questions and fetching us hot Cheetos at 4 a.m. But what are they going to do under the white hot spotlight of a live event that is currently being viewed by tons of fans?
By the way, I mean, Winston's got some black lights from the Disneyland rides that couldn't open, but I got a bunch of doors. So who's winning that game? Oh, listen, are you kidding me? These guys are ready. These guys were born ready. You know, they've been underestimated even by me at the start. You know, I was like, oh, yeah, Paul and Tom going to put them together. Guess what? Who's our team now? It's the Pride. So starting off at the very beginning of the year, they're always been playing from behind people's expectations, but they're not playing from behind. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it is time to slap the carp. There's no doubt about that. So if you are now talking about what's happening in the standings and how it all look, Winston, we know how important this is for you. We know how important this match particularly, but tell me about Lon. How has it been? Because look, he's winning. So is it a thing where you don't want – I know he's frustrating, but it's like, do you want to bother what's going on with him right now?
So if you couldn't tell, I mean, Blacklight, no. I have more money than that, Kate. I don't know what's going on with you. What this is my mood light. So depending on what I'm asked, what's going on, if I'm feeling swaggy, it'll be a little purple. But if I'm a little pissed, it's going to be red. I don't know why anybody keeps asking me about Lon because here's the thing. At this point, I've given up trying to find him. I can't do it. Either he'll be here or he won't. And if Paul has to win by himself, I guarantee you he could do it. But if Lon shows up, then it's game blouses. That's all I'm saying. I hope he's here. Was he here? I don't know. Did y'all see him beforehand? I don't know.
All right. Well, look, this is going to be a hell of a match. Really excited to see both Kate and Winston go head to head. Again, Kate, you had one more thing you wanted to?
Well, yeah, it's just that I wasn't expecting this opening part to be so long, so I've got a bag of meat I have to eat real quick because I came hungry. I just didn't know the promos were going to take so long, so I probably got to get this back in the fridge. But the point is, we're hungry for raw meat.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, thank you to Kate. Okay. Good luck to both you and Winston. They're excited. Understandably so. This is a big match on a big night. So are you ready to get going, my friend?
Yeah, I don't know if it was Winston or Kate who Molly decided to turn her back on, but I think we need some beautiful faces and a lot of movie trivia correct answers to get her to look camera center.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first. Representing the Dead with a record of 2 wins, no defeats. Ben, the Bandit, Goddard, and Rachel, the Switchblade, Silvestrini, the There they are, Mark. The Pride. Both Ben Goddard, Rachel Silvestrini. Look, I got to ask you first, Goddard. It's very noticeable inside of that promo that both you and Rachel not focusing on Winston, not focusing on Lon, and not focusing on Paul, focusing on Frank Janish. You think that could be an error at this point to worry about Frank?
I want to clear the air real quick, Christian. There's a lot of bird calls out there right now, and you know what? Two can play at that game. I'm not here to chicken out. I'm not here to duck the competition. I'm gonna watch you and Mark like a hawk, and you know what? I'm here to play a good game. And don't worry, Mark, I still love you. You're just a big old silly goose. So we'll just have a fun time.
Beautiful. Well done. And I am going to fly like an eagle to the next question. And that is for Rachel. You and Ben seem to have great team chemistry, but it may be fragile simply because you haven't played as a team together that often. So do you have any hesitation, any fears about how it's going to work virtually? And if not, can you tell all the fans watching what makes you and Ben special?
Well, I mean, were we lacking in chemistry in our first match together? No. Why should we be missing chemistry now? Just the fact that we're not sitting next to each other during rounds 2 and 3, that's ridiculous. We've got this. It's fine.
You know, guys, so the winner of this will go on to play Shazam. And this is a big match because we don't know what holds in store for your faction as far as a teams tournament. Do you worry about any of that stuff, or you just worry about kind of the game that's at hand? Do you prep because it's only a week from now until your next match if you win here tonight? So do you worry about that, or you just focus on Lon and Paul?
Just Lon and Paul. The only other thing I'm worried about, I'm with you, Christian. I'm worried about Taco. I'm really worried about Taco and Lon's care right now. But other than that, I'm totally focused on final exam.
All right. Well, we're going to tell the Pride here representing the Den. We're going to put you in the waiting room while we get to your opponents. So good luck to both of you and their opponents. Representing Swag with a record of 2 wins. No defeats. The Delinquent, Lon Harris, and the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Champion of the World, Paul Oyama. Final exam.
Lon. Oh, you're here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That jerk Taco kicked me out, so I had to find a new spot. But here I am in the woods.
Long question.
Well, you did it. Lon, you figured it out.
I'd also like to say a pigeon is a kind of bird.
Oh, okay. Well, that's accurate. Doesn't
Is that 5 points? Is that 5 points for us?
Hawks,
doves.
There's lots of birds. I can name birds.
Fair enough. All right, Paul. Let me start with you because I'm pretty sure I can get a clear answer out of you if I ask you. So look. I think that everyone has noticed this. I think even on the preview show with Jen Sturger, she asked you about this. Your new attitude, I think, has been everything for you. You're approaching the game. I mean, you've already. If you listen to someone, I know how much you respect, like Ben Bateman. He touts you as one of the best players in the game because of the way that you look at the game, the way that you study the game, and that you are the future of the league. How do you take that, and how do you try to take what you're doing and give it to someone like this?
Well, you know, those woods are a little scary for me, so I haven't been able to make it out to talk to Lon about that kind of stuff. But I think it's more of an osmosis kind of thing. I'll do my part. Lon will do what he does. It's worked so far. Maybe it'll work today. Maybe it won't. You know, what I've done before, the player I am, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is the final score of this match, and that's pretty much the only thing I'm focused on right now.
Okay, Lon, in prepping for this question, I wanted to ask something about movie trivia, but also something that applies to your current situation. Young man, are you looking at me? Are you looking at the camera?
Whose woods these are? I don't think I know.
Okay, that you're butchering Robert Frost. My question is, with the state of the world in the last few months, why didn't you, a proclaimed movie fan, think about just squatting in an empty movie theater and living there in comfort instead of outside in the wilderness?
Good question.
That's a really good idea. I just honestly had not occurred to me at all. But yeah, you're totally right. Not only open popcorn, all the popcorn and old hot dogs you can eat. It sounds like paradise. I'm gonna go look into this
after the match, Lon. After the match, maybe.
All right. Well, Last question here.
We could cut this short if you just want to go.
No, it's okay. Paul, last
Maybe
question.
not.
With knowing how close Swag is now, with a big victory here by you guys and a big victory by Chandru, if that can happen tonight, you guys will either take first or overtake first place. Do you think about that going into the match, or again, it's just focus on the match, see what happens?
There's so much season left. Honestly, it would be amazing if we took the lead tonight. But if not, there's so much time left. There's the singles tournament, the teams tournament, all these things that have to happen. Spectacular. I'm not super worried about getting the lead right now. I think it's about who has the lead in the end. We'll do our part to get every inch, every inch counts. But not really focus on those long-term goals. It's all about the short term for us right now, and that short term is this match against a really good team.
All right, fair enough. So now we're going to bring Lon. You wanted to scream at somebody?
I was just going to say, speaking as a 4-time Schmoedown champion, I'm just looking forward to the match ahead of us.
Well, Lon, just so you've actually never won a okay. All right. So we've got the pride. That's fine, Lon. We got the pride here. We have final exam. Mark, we got here round number 1.
Yes, in a match like this, Christian, thank goodness there are rules. In round number 1, the field of competitors is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer with whatever utensil you have handy on whatever writing surface you prefer. One, your body does not count as a writing surface. Each team throughout the duration of the 3-round match has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the match. A competitor or team may initiate a challenge, but you'll have your manager come in and they must ratify and confirm the challenge ultimately. Reminder, this is a team's match. However, it is an individual test of movie trivia know-how in round 1. You may not confer with your team partner for any question in round number 1.
All right. So we start with Ben Goddard. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Paul, are you ready?
Once more into the breach. Let's do this.
Rachel, are you ready?
There we go. Yes.
And Lon, are you ready?
Sure.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number 1, question number 1. Here we go. All right. In the realm of action adventure, what is the title of the 3rd film in the Die Hard franchise? Mark, did you see that all the David B music they played during the countdown over there is all available now at the store?
It is unreal how talented that guy is, yet we're here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Ben Goddard.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yes, and Paul.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yes, and Rachel.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
And Lon.
Yep, it's Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Okay, so it is now 2-2. 2-2. Scoreboard is up. There it is, 2-2. And next question, Mark.
Every question goes that clean. We got nothing to worry about, partner. Your next query is in the world of family films. And the question, which comedic actor plays the main character Skeeter Bronson in the Disney film Bedtime Stories? And we remind all of our wonderful fans here, please, no answers in the chat, whether they're serious or joking. We appreciate your fandom, but do not answer in the chat or you will be booted.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Paul Oyama.
This is how he wins. Adam Sandler.
That is correct. Rachel.
Adam Sandler.
Yes. And Lon.
It's Adam Sandler.
Yes, it is. And Ben.
Adam Sandler.
4-4. As we get to our next question with the Pride and final exam, dramas. David Oyelowo portrayed Martin Luther King in what historical drama?
Oh, it's just so nice having the match underway, Christian. So much hype and excitement and preparation, and now it's here.
And
When does it actually get started?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Rachel.
The Butler.
It's incorrect. Lon.
I believe it's Selma.
That is correct. And Ben.
Selma.
Yes. And Paul.
The very powerful Selma.
Yes. Okay. So it is now a total of 6-5. 6-5. 6-5.
That is correct. And Your next question is in the world of, listen for Scott Mann's shouting, movie release dates. Your question. Denzel Washington won an Oscar for Training Day. Training Day was released in theaters in what year?
I gotta give an answer.
Scrapping it out now, Mark.
Nice little question there. I got to go back and watch that movie again. It is really good.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Lon Harris.
I said 2004.
It's incorrect. We go to Ben Goddard.
2001?
Yes. And Paul.
2001.
Yes. And Rachel.
2003.
Didn't have it. So
At least I have
Paul
an
still
answer.
perfect. Ben still perfect. As we get to our next question, it is 7-6. 7-6. Here's the next question. Fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. Who plays the title character in the film The Chronicles of Riddick? See, I took a pause there because you thought I was going Narnia, huh?
If you say the word Chronicles, I'm going to the movie. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what it is. I love that word.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
Okay, first one. Go ahead. Here it is. Who plays the title character in the film The Chronicles of Riddick? It's the first one from the Pride.
You know who says the word Chronicles very well?
Who?
Sean Connery.
Oh, of course.
Do an impression. Do it. You're good at this.
No, I'm not good at that one. That's Riley. 5,
Yeah, that's right.
4, 3, 2, 1. You hold the mountain now, dog. See, nope. Bad. Bandit.
A for effort. Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel?
Thank you.
Yes.
Now we come to Paul Oyama.
Vin Diesel.
Yes. And Rachel.
It worked, Vin Diesel.
Finally,
There you go.
I got
And Lon.
one.
Yep, Vin Diesel.
Yeah, see, smart move there by Rachel Silvestrini, who took the time, used it when she needed to, and they find themselves only down by 1 here. 9-8, final exam. All right, next one. Here
And
it is.
smart move by Christian Harloff, checking to an impression he does well. Your next question, laugh with me at home, crowd. Comedies.
What the?
RB3's laughing
Sorry.
behind the scenes. Don't worry, guys.
What kind of bird was that?
Your question.
That was a good one, Paul.
What film released in the first decade of the 2000s has the subtitle Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan?
Oh.
That's really the entire subtitle? Holy crap.
It is.
Hey, we could have made you write it.
I'm so glad we don't have to write the full title.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Paul Oyama.
Hello, my name is Borat.
Yes. And we get to Rachel Silvestrini.
Borat.
Yep, Lon.
Do you do
Lon.
this impression? It's Borat.
That's very nice. And
Hello, my name is Borat.
You'll never get this. It's
Ben
Borat.
Gunn. Yes. Okay. He
I
hit it.
apologize to everyone at home. I created a monster.
You caused it. 11-10. Final exam still has a 1-point lead. 11-10 as we get to the 7th question. And remember, both Ben Goddard and Paul Oyama perfect thus far.
There it goes.
Horror slash thriller. Which actress plays the main lead in the 2016 thriller, The Girl on the Train?
Name the dog Indiana.
Yes. It's not very easy, is it?
I found the cure for cancer and now I've lost it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Rachel.
Emily Blunt.
Yes. Lon Harris.
I didn't get it. I said Alicia Vikander.
Okay, Alicia, you missed it. All right. So then Ben
Name right.
Emily Blunt.
and Paul.
Emily Blunt.
So, but with that though, it looks like the Pride has tied the game here. So, Pride ties the game, and we still have a perfect game by both Paul and Ben. 12-12. So, Mark, if both Ben and Paul hit here, then they will both be asked a question, bonus question that is. So, here is the 8th question.
That's right. They're going to have to navigate their way through the power lines of animated movies. Movies drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question. The song I'll Make a Man Out of You is performed while young men are trained to be soldiers for war in what Disney film?
I was wondering if they're going to get it. You know what I mean?
No, Jason, I don't.
Can you guys go back to bird calls, please?
5, 4, 3, One. Pens down.
There it is.
Please. Lon Harris.
Mulan.
Do I get to answer this one?
Yes.
Am I still in it? Oh, okay. I know it.
Did
it's
you write
Mulan.
it? Did you write it? You didn't? No, you didn't write it down, Mulan.
I thought this was the bonus question. I'm sorry.
You missed that one. All right, so that's a
right.
that's a miss.
All right. I'll miss it. I missed it.
All right, and then Ben.
Mulan.
Yes, and Paul.
How about a girl who's got a brain and always speaks her mind? Mulan.
Yes, and Rachel.
Of course, I got Mulan.
All right, so both.
Good job, Rach.
Sorry,
both
Bob. Sorry about that.
You're right.
Paul and Ben both have gotten a perfect round, but because the delinquent was not paying attention, we see ourselves 14-13, and we get the bonus question. This is for you guys. You do have to write it down. So Lon and Rachel do not answer this one, but make sure you write it down same way that you have been before. Are you ready, Ben?
Yep.
Are you ready, Paul?
Yep.
Here you go. Who directed the trilogy of films, The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, and Inferno?
That's what I love about these questions, Christian. You got to recall so much so quick in 15 seconds.
Yep.
And then you got to write it down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Goddard?
Doug Lyman.
Ron Howard?
Yes. And Paul?
Ronnie Howard.
So look at that. So at the end of the round, what a round it is. The Pride taking the lead here over Final Exam 15-14 at the end of round number 1. All right. Round number 2. Mark, how did it go?
Not sure what animal that was, but we move on to the wheel round.
It was a lion.
Wild mulligan.
The wheel
Wild
of fate,
mulligan.
doom, and ultimately, hopefully swift, justice is the star of round number 2. It's a virtual wheel. We're not going to 4 different homes, obviously. So once you spin that wheel with your team mind, it's going to land on a category. Once we settle on the category, the team will be asked 6 questions from said genre of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for stealing. Oh, wait, well, you can steal, though. We don't care if you miss a question, but if you do, your other team has a chance to steal. They can steal for 2 points. They can steal for 1 point. If you need multiple choice, ask us. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. And like I said at that point, the value of the question dips down to 1. Keep in mind, this is the team format, so teams may confer on each and every question asked in round number 2. So, Christian, here's where we stand. We have impressive performances by both teams, but now it is going to be up to the Pride to see if they want to go first or defer.
All right, so we are going to drop out both Lon, Paul, and Winston at the moment. It's going to be 60 seconds to decide. You have 6 seconds to decide here, Kate?
Yeah.
Starting now.
Great. Okay, so there's a couple of things. We can keep the point lead getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but also, it's if they go first and they take something off, but they could take off one of your wheel slices. Where are you guys feeling about this right now?
I say we haven't lost with going first, so I want to go first. I'd like, unless Rachel, I want to hear from you too. Obviously, I'd like to go first though, because we're 2-0 with going first.
Let's do it.
I'm totally fine with that.
All right. Reminder: the score is 15-14. The Pride with a 1-point lead as the wheel will come up now. Here,
can I use the rest of the time just to wonder why I put Rachel Silvestrini in this? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Spin it.
All right, here we go. Here is the spin.
Man, look at all these categories. Did I see the beautiful name of Kurt Russell up there?
Look at all these chickens.
And landing on John Carpenter films. 60 seconds to decide. And now.
How do we feel? Is there something worse up there still?
I'm not mad about it. I know opponent's choice is out there.
And
I'm okay with spinning again.
They could just give you John Carpenter, honestly. So
yeah,
but if they do,
let's spin again. We'll spin again.
All right, here's the spin. This is whatever they have here. We're gonna find out in a moment. Here it is.
Christian, I'm very intrigued by that young adult adaptation wedge.
And we're gonna find out in a moment what they're landing on, and it is spy films. All right.
Okay.
Spy films. So here's how it's going to work now. The final exam will be dropped out of the room. Winston will be able to stay. Hands will be up while Winston watches in case he wants to challenge anything while watching. So both Primetime will be dropped out. All right, we dropped out both Primetime and Lon Harris. and we will ask 6 questions in the realm of spy films. All right, so now that the other team is out and in a separate room, Pride, are you ready?
Yep.
Here's question number 1. Who plays Maxwell Smart in 2008's Get Smart?
Rachel, I believe it's Steve Carell. Steve Carell, final answer.
Steve Carell, final answer, 2 points. That is correct. All right, here's question number 2. Owen Davian is the main villain of which film in the Mission Impossible franchise?
I believe it's Philip Seymour Hoffman in Mission Impossible 3, if you want to trust me on this one.
I'm down to trust you on that one.
Mission Impossible 3.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Final answer, that is correct. All right.
Sorry, I forgot the final answer thing. My bad.
Yeah, remember to keep final answer.
Yeah.
All right, here is question 3. In Kingsman, The Secret Service. Surface? Nope.
Oh.
In Kingsman, The Secret Service, what is the mantra of the Kingsman that Eggsy recites during his phone call to be released from the local authorities?
I want to say "manners maketh man," but I don't know if it's the what he says on the phone.
No.
Wait.
No, not manners make it.
Because what he says on the phone is when he calls into
Repeat.
Kingsman.
Repeat. In Kingsman, The Secret Service, what is the mantra of the Kingsman that Eggsy recites during his phone call to be released from the local authorities?
I kind of want to go for it with "manners maketh man" if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine by me because that's their mantra.
Manners maketh man, final answer.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Incorrect. Going to
Let's not forget multiple. Okay.
hold that off for the final exam when they return. All right. So here is question number 4. Here's question number 4. Chris Rock plays a super spy and a super spy's identical twin brother in which 2002 action comedy?
What's this called? I know exactly what this is.
Chris Rock?
Yeah. Let's go multiple.
Yeah, multiple choice.
All right, here it is. Is it A, Collateral Damage, B, Bait, C, Bad Company, D, The Recruit?
It's Bad Company, Rachel, if you trust me.
Yeah, it's Bad Company. As soon as
Bad
he said it, I
Company,
saw the
final
photo.
answer.
Bad Company for 1 point. That is correct. Bad Company is correct. All right, so that is question number 4. Here's question number 5.
You guys both have to answer this.
Wait a second.
I was wondering why she was still here, but
All right.
Moral support.
Okay, it was only 4 questions in.
Well, I'm not. Question number 5. Question number 5. Who directed the Jack Ryan reboot, Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit?
Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit. Oh, with Chris Pine.
I want to go multiple on this because
let's go multiple.
I'm not certain at all.
Multiple choice. All right. A, James Mangold. B, Philip Noyce. C, Kenneth Branagh. D, Doug Liman.
Kenneth Noyce sounds good because it doesn't seem like a Doug Liman or
Mangold.
Mangold. So we'll go B. Sorry, I forgot his name. B, final answer.
B, Philip Noyce. That is incorrect. All right, so put
We'll mark that as a challenge for final exam to possibly take advantage of as we progress to the final question for the
question. Here it is, final question. All right. In what comedic film does Sacha Baron Cohen play the underachieving brother of a British spy?
Oh, dang it.
The
What's this
Brothers
called?
Grimsby.
Oh.
The Brothers Grimsby.
Let's go with Mark Strong.
You actually know that.
Let's go multiple.
The Brothers Grimsby.
Multiple? All right, here it is.
Yeah, multiple.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was using the whole clock.
All right. A, The Spy. B, The Brothers Grimsby. C, Gotcha. D, The Man Who Knew Too Little.
B, The Brothers
final.
Grimsby, final answer.
Yes, that is correct for one more point. All right, so that is
Not bad.
So the Pride missed 2 questions here, 2 questions, one on multiple choice and one straight up. All right, so then at the end there, we have 21-14. Now Pride up by 7 points. All right, guys, we're going to drop you out here. Going to drop you out, and you guys can watch the spin of final exam, and then you'll be dropped out. All right, so now we're going to bring Winston in, and we're just going to wait for final exam. Winston, you saw again, like I said, can't have any contact with your team, but 21-14, 7 points here.
So I would like to make a request. I know it was a mistake, but just to keep things all even, drop me for
you can drop after the fourth.
Well, I was gonna say drop me for the steals because you have to do the steals first.
Yeah. Then bring me in for
then let me come in for 4 questions, then I'll go away.
That's fair. All right. So now we're bringing back Paul Oyama, and we're bringing. Oh, he's not here yet. So we're waiting for Lon. As soon as Lon.
Oh no, Christian, this could be hours.
It's true. He might have fallen asleep and taken a nap. Were you still talking to him?
I don't know how to do it. Does Winston just team up with Paul at this point? I don't know.
I mean, I already heard him, so nah. But
look, I will say this. I'll say 7 points is a very interesting.
I don't know why it's doing this. Hang on. It's
what? Young man.
All right, I'm gonna give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get Drew in here to fix it. She won't.
Who's
This
Drew?
is putting smut on our beloved show.
Welcome back, everybody.
It's a mouth. That's not smut. I have a mouth. You have a mouth.
So they got 7 points. How many questions did they get right?
I can't say anything.
Okay, my bad. Sorry about that.
All right. So
yeah. What we can say is that no, a mouth is not smut, but it looked like a mouth that was into no good, if you catch my drift. So, Christian, as we wait for Lon to make an appearance, as a recap to all the fans watching, returning or new fans, is that there's some challenges that need to be settled before we move on to getting their spin at the wheel. 2 questions lurk.
Yeah, not challenges, just two misses, 2 opportunities.
I call them challenges because they're tough questions.
Yes, 2 opportunities to steal here coming into the match once we get Lon in here. Lon has definitely stuck to, has been on brand in this match. There's no doubt about it.
Missing full questions and cameras breaking and.
Yeah, well, you know what? When your background is the set of The Witch from up New Hampshire way, you're bound to lose some internet from time to time.
So we're just waiting on Lon at the moment. But we can say again, if we can throw the standings up in the meantime while we wait for Lon, that would be something to show. Once again, the Finstock Exchange with 29 points and Swag and Corruption right behind. All right, Lon Harris is back in the room. All right, so
wait, this is still going on?
Still going on, Lon. All right, look, you guys are gonna
a bummer.
I'm going to drop Winston out for the first for the steal opportunities here. He is going to be allowed to be in the room for the first 4 because we did that with Kate on the accident, but we're going to make it fair and let him be there with it for the first 4. All right, so guys, there were 2 steal opportunities. Okay, so here is the first.
Could we get the category?
I'm going to give you the category.
It's spy. They're all spy.
It's spy,
Got it.
And the first one is without multiple choice, and I will give you the answer of what they chose. Here it is. In Kingsman, the Secret Service, what is the mantra of the Kingsman that Eggsy recites during his phone call to be released from the local authorities? They chose manners maketh men.
Manners maketh man, Lon, I believe.
Yes.
Manners maketh man. Final.
They said manners maketh man. They said that's what they said. Manners maketh man.
Oh, you said man. I'm sorry.
Manners maketh the man. Could it be that,
No.
Paul?
Manners maketh men. Final answer.
It's incorrect. The answer was Oxford's, not Bruges.
Oh, yeah,
That's right.
that's
Oxford,
right.
not Brogues.
Not
Yeah.
Brogues.
Forgot about
So,
that.
and Rachel can do this all day long. That's
rewatch
exactly
that
what they
movie.
said. So, next one is who directed the Jack Ryan reboot, Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit? Multiple choice was A, James Mangold, B, Philip Noyce, C, Kenneth Branagh, D, Doug Lyman. They chose B, Philip Noyce.
It's Kenneth Branagh.
I believe it's
Lon.
Kenneth Branagh. Yeah.
Really?
Final answer, Kenneth Branagh.
All right, it's a 1-point steal. So 1 point steal.
expecting that.
Okay. So they got a 1-point steal there, and now we have the score. Excuse me.
21-15 now. So it's a 6-point advantage for the Pride. And anything can happen with this kind of wheel, Christian. You get 6 questions, so they could have a big lead going into round 3. They could still be trailing. It's all possible in the Schmoedown.
That is correct. So now we are going to get to the wheel up on the board.
Do I get to talk to him first?
You do for 60 seconds starting now.
What do you want?
I mean, first of all, I want to make sure that, whatever serial killer that you are doing this outside of his house, that he's letting you stay on the Wi-Fi. You good?
Yeah, no, we're fine. I just wandered off. I assumed the thing was over.
That's fine. Real talk. You still have all of your JTEs. Your challenge. They had to use the JTEs in there, so just so you know that. I'll be in here for the first 4 questions just for encouragement, but I'm not obviously not going to say anything. But there was a technical snafu. Other than that, we trained for all this. Y'all do your thing.
Yep.
I didn't train for any of this, for the record.
Well, here is the spin, and it's up. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Jodie Foster. No, not Meryl Streep. No.
I would do anything to impress her, man.
John Carpenter. There it is.
Lon, you did pretty good when you got it that
Like-
one time. I think we should keep it.
Yeah, we can stick with John Carpenter. That's cool.
Y'all sure you feel good about that?
Yeah, we'll keep it.
I feel pretty good about him. Yeah.
All right, I trust you.
All right. So Winston, again, you'll be allowed to. I mean, Kate had made a couple of.
I might say something like, "Don't forget multiple choice," and you have JTEs. That's very much all.
I got us. I got us.
All right. So we are now going to get Mark. This is going to be John Carpenter. 6 questions. Here we go.
Yes, it is. Remember, gentlemen, you may confer with your teammate for each and every question. 2 points per question. If you need multiple choice, value goes to 1. Here's your first question in the world of John Carpenter.
Hold on 1 second. Are we good? I'm just
Wait, is the other team out, by the way, just to make sure?
They're out.
Okay.
Yeah, and Kate, you make sure your hands are up, Kate, while you're watching, please. Thank you. All right, good to go. All right, here we go. Mark, 6 questions in the realm of John Carpenter.
6 questions in the world of John Carpenter. Your first one. What John Carpenter film has the characters named Egg Shen, Wang Chi, and Eddie Lee?
Big Trouble in Little China, right, Lon? Big Trouble in Little China, final answer.
2 points.
That's 2 points. All right, next question.
All right, gentlemen, get even closer to the pride's lead. Bruce Campbell has a bit part as the Surgeon General of Beverly Hills. In what John Carpenter film?
This is Escape from L.A. Yeah.
Escape from L.A., final answer.
I appreciate the stick to details, and you are correct for 2 more points.
All right, gentlemen, you're doing great.
All right, here's the next question.
All right, fellas. Trying to pull even with the pride. Your question. What was the first film John Carpenter directed?
It's Dark Star, Lon?
You got it.
Dark Star, final answer.
2 more points.
Oh my goodness, you're a star, both of you. Yeah.
A condor is a type of bird.
That was question 3.
Question 3. Thankfully, we only have 1 more question before we say goodbye to Winston Marshall, Chicago accent, hopefully forever.
Yeah.
Your question for 2 points. In The Thing, the main characters first see the alien parasite manifest itself in what area of the research compound?
It's in the dog kennels, is it?
I was going to say the kennels. Yeah, you got it.
The dog kennels, final answer.
Christian, final exam is on top. That's 2 more points.
That's amazing. Christian didn't know that because he still hasn't watched the thing.
Okay, he's gone now. So now we have.
Finally.
It was a good walk-off comment, though. It really was.
23-21 as we now get to question number 5, Mark.
Question number 5, gentlemen, in the world of John Carpenter and his many movies. Which famous rock star plays a homeless man who becomes possessed in Prince of Darkness?
Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper, final answer.
That's right. His birth name was Vince Wharton, but he goes by Alice Cooper, and that is who is credited in the movie. So that's 2 more points.
All right, so this is the 6th and final question for final exam, who are just running away with Carpenter, 25-21 so far. Here's the last question, Mark.
'Twas a good decision, seemingly, to stick with Mr. Carpenter's work. Saw him live in concert. It was terrific. Your last question for 2 points.
Me too. I also saw that.
Name the 2 lead actors in 1995's Village of the Damned.
That's Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve and
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley. Yeah. Yep.
Christopher Reeve and Kirstie Alley, final answer.
Christian, they demolished this category. That's 2 more points.
Wow, what a round it was. All right, we can bring back. It is now a total of 27-21. 27-21, as we know, now bring back the pride. But that was a hell of a round there by
Mulan. Goodness.
Mulan.
My goodness. I am so proud of both of you. I mean, and if you don't like this, I can go Black Mama. If you prefer that, I can go straight Black Mama if that's what you want, Mr. Ellis.
No, we're good. Let's wait for both
I would
teams here.
find that exciting. I would think that'd be exciting for me.
And now we're waiting for Ben Goddard to return.
Is anyone else reading his name as Ion? No, just me. Okay, checking.
Yeah, no, that's my birth name. Lon is for short.
All right. After round number 2, the final exam going perfect in round number 2 in John Carpenter, and the score is now 27-21 going into round number 3. Mark, how does it go?
Round number 3, this is the round that will determine the match unless we go to sudden death overtime. Don't worry, fans. We're prepared. In round number 3, we need a series of numbers from each squad. We need 3 numbers from each team. Those numbers can range from 1 to 20. They may not be the same numbers as the opposing team. Each number corresponds to a unique category of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. First question's worth 2 points. Next one's worth 3 points. The final one, should we make it that far, is worth 5 big points. Here's the rub. Because this is the team division, then the 2-pointer category is going to be heard by the team, and then the team will have to select which member is going to answer that question solo. You may not rely on the strength of your teammate for the 2-pointer or the 3-pointer, which will be answered by the opposite teammates. You may only confer with your team member for the final 5-point question. So, Christian, the Pride had a nice lead going, and then final exam, late though one of their teammates may be, showed up and dominated the John Carpenter category. So final exam, you get the privilege of selecting your 3 lucky numbers first. From 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
I'm going to go 4, 7, and 15.
4, 7, and 15 for final exam. And for the Pride?
3, 14, and 11.
3, 14, and 11. All right. With the score at the moment being 27-21. So let us now give 60 seconds to Winston, who will talk to final exam starting now.
I mean, very simple. You have 3 JTEs. We didn't need to use them. We have our challenge. So keep calm, keep cool, keep collected. Lon, if you see a bear, just holler.
Not collective, right? Collected, not collective. Oh, that's a Bobby.
If I see a bear,
yeah, no, collected, of course. No, I wouldn't fall for that. But
I think we're good.
Yeah, we should.
Don't take this lead for granted, guys.
No, you can't.
No.
I don't take anything for granted.
Don't talk. Nobody was talking to you, sir. I know you're a bandit, but stop stealing things.
Hey, Winston, don't give him the time.
No, it's all good. I just want to get my little jab in. If he wants to talk during my time, I'm just gonna be like, shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, be quiet, shut your mouth. All right, we're good.
What's that?
20 seconds left.
Oh, that's really mean. I'm not going to tell him.
20 seconds. Oh no, tell me. Wait, tell me what the doll said.
No, she's talking a little smack right now. You guys don't need to.
10 seconds.
Okay. Other than that,
what?
Swag. Yeah, we coming for them chips. There you go. That's 10 seconds. Right?
60 seconds, Kate. Starting now.
Okay, you guys are doing great. I know this feels like a really big lead, but guess what? It's beatable. Okay, we can come back. This is where we like to be. We like to be coming up from behind, you know. This is where we really get the slam dunk. This is where we really say, you guys underestimated us. You guys had an awesome first round, went into that leading. So let's how we feeling, guys? How we feeling?
Good.
Feeling great.
All right. I'm also really glad you spun away from John Carpenter. I didn't know a single one of those. Oh my God. I don't know anything.
All right. Okay. We're going to drop this time. We're actually going to drop Winston and Kate out. And now, because the Pride is going to try to avoid the TKO here, they are going to start with the 2-pointer. The 2-pointer comes in category 3 is what you chose, and that is in the realm of the 80s movies. Who's going to take 80s?
What you feeling?
I'm good with 80s.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like I can be a good. Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, here you go, Rachel. 2-pointer. Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell play partners on the police force in what film?
Tango and Cash, final answer.
That's right, 2 points. So 27-23 as we now get to Ben Goddard. And you chose category 14, and that's Oscar films. Oscars.
Okay.
For your Oscars, 3, here it is. Which actor received Best Actor nominations for the classic films Harvey and Anatomy of a Murder?
There goes my 10 points.
Five, four.
Repeat. Last one.
Last one. All right. Which actor received Best Actor nominations for the classic films Harvey and Anatomy of a Murder? Five.
Robert Mitchum.
Looking for James Stewart. James Stewart. All right. So
that was my first guess.
here's where we stand.
Damn it.
5 point right now. 5
Damn
point. If they get it, then they'll be up by 1. However, if they miss it, then we will have a TKO victory and 3 points for Swag. 5-pointer was rom-coms. Rom-coms was the 5-pointer. And here is the question. All right. Who plays Nelson Fox, Tom Hanks's father, in the film You've Got Mail?
Oh.
He's from the Hotel Heist movie. Oh God, what's his name? He's from MASH.
I know. He's got a magnificent
5,
mustache.
4, 3, 2.
Donald Blake. Donald.
And your
winners, name. Good
by
job.
way of technical knowledge.
Couldn't think of his name.
Paul Oyama, Lon Harris, final exam.
Dabney Coleman?
Looking for Dabney Coleman.
Dabney Coleman.
Dabney Coleman is the answer. All right, we're going to drop out the prize here at the moment. What a beginning.
I think I figured it out from their. I didn't know the answer, but I think I figured it out from their clues to one another. I was like, it sounds like they're describing Dabney Coleman.
Well, they did it. Winston, you start out the night. That's a big 3 points. That is a big 3 points to start out. It looked like they were in trouble there. Lon had messed up a little bit in the first round, but they recovered. Second round, how you feeling right now?
I mean, I won't lie. I was feeling when Lon missed the Mulan thing, considering everything that's going on with Mulan in the world right now. I was like, oh, sweet Jesus, this is it. This is where our story ends on one question. I know that sounds silly, but then I watched them to get John Carpenter, and I watched them do what they do, and that's administer this test over and over and over and over again to the other teams in the Schmoedown. And I can't be any prouder of these guys. Like, honestly, even Lon, as much as he drives me up the wall, I could not be any prouder of what the two of them have done together. And I can't wait to see, because the sky's the limit. Not, like, they can literally go on forever at this rate. So I'm very excited. What an amazing way to start the night out.
Well, Swag now tied with Corruption at 27 points. Look at that. There you have Swag 27 with this massive win here by Final Exam 3-0. Paul, I got to ask you here. This is a big victory as you are now 3-0. Did you at all, because you played perfect in that first round, and Lon obviously had that little misstep, but did that bother you at all, or did you say nope, we're going to pick this right back up and do exactly what you did?
No, all you could do is take it round by round and focus on the next thing. If you worry too much about what we could have done, what we should have done, blah, 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 you're going to end up in an unfortunate position, and it's kind of crazy. This is the second time I've went 3-0 in a league based on my opponent missing a 5-pointer that involves Dabney Coleman. So, yeah, how fortunate.
That's honestly, that's the thing that should scare everybody about Paul. I don't know what it is. Paul has that LeBron James lockbox, doesn't forget a single thing.
I don't know how you remember that. Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger, Chance Ellison, yeah.
We should put Dabney Coleman on the wheel next time. Dabney Coleman on the wheel.
Lon, let me ask you. I mean, you had your struggles when you were a prominent professor, and you had some runs in the teams tournament, but you seem to be playing at a different level here. How are you feeling? Even though how are you feeling right now?
I'm just wondering, when is my reflection going to show the man I'm meant to be, honestly. Hold it. It's a Mulan reference. It's a Mulan reference.
That was so good. Oh, he still got jokes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, Paul, congratulations. Lon and the Real Girl, I enjoyed your movie. Let's talk to Winston, because Winston, what do you and your team, Final Exam, want to say the world is watching to every other team out there in the Schmoedown? What is the message that this win sends to them?
Oh boy, he's getting serious.
Swag, drip, drip.
Swag,
Yeah, we're
drip,
coming for
drip.
some chips.
Nice. All right, so we're going to congratulate both Winston Marshall. Final exam. Winston, you're not done. We'll see you in just a moment here as you prep for the main event. But that's the final score, 27-23 TKO victory by Final Exam. Swag goes up 3 more points, and Final Exam, we'll see. I will actually have to ask, I do want to ask Paul one more question here. Paul, you are going to be playing now against Shazam next week on the undercard of Dan Merle versus Ethan Irwin. So this is I mean, I'm sure that this has got to be something you're looking forward to try to get at William Bibiani here. And the kid.
Yeah, I would have liked to have been playing in the headlining match. Obviously, things didn't work out in that regard. But I'm super stoked. Brendan's one of my good friends in this league. Bibbs is an amazing player. But we'll come to play, and hopefully we give a great match. I think it's going to be really exciting. And who knows? You know, we won here, we won last time. Who knows what happens in the future? But I'm excited.
Yeah,
well,
I can't wait to see you guys right back here 1 year from today for our next match.
Next Friday, Lon. 1 week.
Next Friday.
7 days.
Yeah, we'll see you then. All right,
so
thank you.
soon.
Oh my God.
All right, so we're going to drop out, guys. If Final Exam could drop out, because we are going to try to let in the main event competitors in just a moment here, but I do want to bring back the Pride and their manager, Kate Mulligan.
Oh,
all right. So let's start here. I want to start with Rachel Silvestrini. Rachel, you look. This was a game. You guys in the first round playing really, really tough. Had the lead going into round number 2. And then, you know, it lands on Spy Movies, and you guys just got stumped a little bit. But did you think you had it going into that second round?
Yeah, I thought that, you know, we had a great start. We played just like we normally do when we practice together. And then going into round 2, it was, you know, the wheel was pretty decent for pretty decently balanced that I was excited for. But yeah, I mean, spy movies are just kind of a thing that, you know, you kind of remember in the back of your brain. It's not really something that, you know, crosses over into a lot of other categories. So studying those are really interesting. But I think we did really well. And I mean, I know that someone's going to find an incredibly bad error in what I did, but I don't care. I think we did great. And we're still 2-1, which is better than what, 2/3 of the other teams in the league. So I don't care. We did great.
Yeah,
I'm proud of me and Ben.
To both Rachel and Ben, and by their manager as well. Ben, I'm going to ask you this. There were some questions about whether your team could have virtual chemistry just because you haven't played together that long. Mm-hmm. My feeling is that if this was a 5-round match, that it could have seesawed back and forth, and y'all could have been the last one standing if you just had more time to get more questions correct. What do you as a team need to do to get to that 5-round match, to get to that championship level? What is the one thing that the Pride needs to work on, just needs to tighten up a little bit?
It's getting those tip of the tongue answers. You know, Bad Company, Brothers Grimsby, they were right there. They were right there, and, you know, we had to check down to multiple choice. That's an extra 2 points off the board. I was real happy with how we played with Spy Movies. I honestly had no idea Kenneth Branagh directed that. That was a total blank spot. I know Doug Lyman. I know James Mangold, and I thought I knew Kenneth Branagh, but I guess I missed that one. And then, you know, again, Final Exam gets, and I'm not like, this is no shade to Paul and Lon. They played so good. And even when you get a strength, you still got to answer the right questions. But and they did. They went 12 for 12, and you got to play for that, but you still don't expect it. So, you know, they got a strength again, you know, just like last week. And so good for them. They played a hell of a game. I should have gotten my 3-pointer. That's the first, you know, I missed 2 round 3 questions. I've never missed one before. So that sucked. I didn't play as well as I could have. I should have gotten those tip of the tongue, Bad Company. Rachel played a hell of a game. And I wish I could have played better.
You did great.
It was great. Kate, I got to ask you, though, you know, this is the Pride right now. You're going to have a decision, obviously, to make. You got the Pride, who's going to be eligible for the tournament. You have Tom and Paul, who are going to be eligible for the tournament. Any decisions made thus far, or you still got to wait and see?
No, I made a decision.
Oh, you want to know? Do you want to tell us what it is?
No.
Oh.
You think I'm some sort of rube? No, you're not going to find out. It's all locked away up here. Unless Christian tell me in the private chat if I'm supposed to.
No, you do whatever you want to do.
No.
All right, fair enough. All right, do you have any words you want to say?
Listen, I feel like there's a bunch of takeaways from this. Listen, did we get the points? No. Did we win? No. But I'll tell you what, I feel like this solidifies a bunch of things I've been saying. Rachel Silvestrini deserves to be here. Somebody find a hole in that play today. No, there wasn't one. She missed a question in round 1. Come on, she came back. Okay, like this is so Rachel Silvestrini deserves to be here. Take that to the bank, cash that check, send me the receipt of it. Okay. And then also, Ben deserves to be Rookie of the Year. He played a hell of a match today. Listen, well, you can be upset about it if you want. But for me, I'm a new manager. We got a new team here, and we, out of nowhere, took the league by storm. Listen, this is an incredible team. Final exam. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're saying, like, oh, you didn't win against Michael Jordan. Yeah, I feel great about it. Like, I think they did as well as we could have. Spy move. Listen, I got to tell you, these questions seem so hard to me. But then again, I only know the movie Goonies.
Fair enough. Well, look, the singles tournament is right around the corner. The Den obviously has some representation. Rachel Silvestrini will be in that tournament. There it is, starting August 10th. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Schmoedown channel, the play-in matches begin on this week, coming up this week. So make sure you check it out. 4 matches a week starting on August 10th. So please go and check that out. All right. Well, I want to thank Kate and Rachel and Ben. Hell of a match here, and we'll see you very, very soon. Gonna drop out here. And Mark, look, there's a very special guest in the tons of Schmoedown. The Schmoedown superstars are in the chat right now, and talk about this guy,
Merle,
the champion, going up next week against Ethan Irwin, and he's in there right now. And this is what he says: great undercard, champ to champ. I'm really excited for the main event, and how can you not be? The main event is coming up in just a moment. We're going to take a quick break, but when we get back, the first title match in the digital format, Kevin, the Smasher Smets, the reigning Inner Geekdom champion, puts his title on the line against Chandru the Chosen Don Dapani in just a moment. So we are going to take a little break here. Get your sodas, get the popcorn, get it all ready, and tell us in the chat room right now who's going to win. Let's highlight them, and we'll see you in just a moment.
Well, again, I'll say it again. I don't even know why I even bothered to take part in these team matches, because I suck! Fortunately, the next match I'm going to watch is going to be the Inner Geekdom match, which is where I know I can do better. But yeah, I got 5. Final score probably should have been 6 or 7. I knew the Die Hard with a Vengeance question. I just couldn't write it in time. Sometimes it's a part of the game. I knew Steve Carell. I just didn't really think about it in time. But I mean, these team questions, the regular Schmoedown questions for singles and for teams, are questions that I know if I can think about it long enough. Like the Big Trouble in Little China, I could have come up with that. A lot of other questions I could have come up with that. Just, it's not like one of the Inner Geekdom or Star Wars questions where it just pops into my mind immediately as soon as I hear the questions. Like the Borat question. As soon as he said the title, I was like, what is that movie? What is that movie? And then he said Kazakhstan, and I immediately just looked. Oh yeah, it's Borat. So yeah, this was about me. Talking about the match itself, the Pride Day played very well today. I think this is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but I think, in my personal opinion, I think the Pride do better in studio matches when they're together and they don't have all this spotlight on them and everyone can hear the exchanges between them and the conversations that they're having. So I definitely think the digital format hurt the Pride, and I mean, that's not to take away anything from the final exam. They played lights out in round 2. It's just, again, my personal take on this, I think the reason why they floundered in round 2, the Pride that is mainly because they weren't able to have these conversations in private. So, yeah, maybe that's the reason. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. But yeah, I'm very much not looking forward to the next match between Chandru and Smets, mostly because I already know who won, because I got spoiled on that. But regardless, this was a really fun match, and hopefully, tomorrow I can watch and be disappointed by the Chandru versus Smets match. So, this is it for tonight, guys. See you guys some other time. Goodbye. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.